Welcome back to 99 Ain't Good Enough, where we keep it
100. We got Coach Rhea here. Keep money, cash. What?
Money, cash. Hold up.
What?
Money, cash, hoes. Money, cash, hoes.
Come on.
The circulation of the United States of America. That moolah, that cash,
And them boppers.
and them hoes. You can't say that.
No, I just said I did say it.
There are some hoes that love to be hoes.
Money, cash. What?
Money, cash, hoes.
What?
Hey, can men be hoes,
Absolutely.
Coach?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But they don't.
Speaking of coach,
Speaking of coach,
and I don't use this term loosely when I'm talking about a coach, we got a guy up here on the panel just knocked off the number 10 JUCO team in America. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Coach Reed because he hung his whistle up.
oh yeah, it's over with.
So who could it be, Coach? Who could it be?
Coach Tommy Jones.
Coach Tommy Jones.
Nice win for us. man.
Played their
Congratulations.
best ball down the stretch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Double the wins from last season to this season. Talked about early on how you really love the group,
Yeah.
the consistent work and the effort and getting through to them. They done bought in.
Good group.
And, I mean, woulda, coulda, shouldas, but, you know,
We got a tough schedule, too.
one of the toughest in the country.
Had number 2 on the road, man. It's been a tough week. We had number 2 on the road, down 3. Number 2 in the country, and it should have been a win. But
When is the state tournament, Coach?
we got 2 more games left, and then you got an extra week after that, so about 2 weeks.
Okay.
About 2 weeks.
What is it a neutral place every year?
No, it's in Northwest Florida up in Niceville. And yeah. They've been hosting the last couple of years. It was in Central Florida when I was with the women for a few years.
Ocala.
Yeah, so they vote on the venues, and that's where they go.
So, you know, take a nice little bus ride out.
Nice little bus ride. We trying to qualify right now. We got off to a bad start, and we trying to qualify, and that's why we trying to make this run down the stretch.
Then I let y'all in. I tell you what, because
Yeah, I
nobody
don't
want
know.
to
Nah,
play
we rolling
ACC.
right. Well, you know, man, a couple of dudes have stepped up big. My guard been big all year.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know, we was a donut team for a little while with a little hole in the middle, but my big man stepping up big, and I'm probably going to lose him after the year. He going D1, which is good for him.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? He could come back for another year, but listen, man, when you got what you've been looking for, I ain't holding you back. You know what I mean? So we're going to let him go on, and if that's what he want to do, and then, of course, we're going to lose my guard. He going D1. He got 5 or 6 offers, so – you know, it look like my freshmen getting some hollers right now, too. They hollering at him. So, you know, you might end up with 3 cats rolling out of that D1 that nobody knew about when it started. So that's how they done develop
That's
now.
what college sports look like now.
That's
That's
what
what
it
you got to
look
be able to coach and reload.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Gotta be
do.
reload and coach.
Yes, you
know
do,
what I
bro.
mean?
Because let me ask you a quick question. So that year, when you was in Ocala and the men wanted it at y'all place?
I mean, they in Ocala, they wanted a year before I got there. They
Oh, right
wanted,
before you got
right
there.
before I got there, and they wanted, I think it was hosted then up in the Panhandle.
Remember the little guard played for UMBC that year? They knocked Maryland. They knocked off Virginia.
Yeah,
With
he
Tony
was, he was their
Yeah.
starting
He
point
was the
guard.
starting guy. at,
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
There was some
Gotcha,
talent
gotcha.
came through there, but fellas, I appreciate y'all recognizing me.
Yeah, man.
I know I'm a little slow this morning. I'm toe up.
Hey man,
The bus
look, man,
rides
we
get
here.
the best of those, man,
We
so.
here, man. We trying to keep this content and keep this thing rolling.
Yes, sir.
Continue to keep the stimulation for us. And,
So we'll have to ride to Niceville. That what 7-8 hours? Nick, check on how much the gas for the private jet gonna be. Before we go handle that.
Niceville.
Yeah.
Make it an
Private
hour.
jet.
Make it an hour and a half.
Private jet.
Well, we're
We'll
gonna
split the
finish this
gas.
thing up with Wednesday at the house with Dade, and then next Wednesday, and then next Saturday we got State College of Florida down in Bradenton, Manatee. They up at the house. We finishing with 2 home games. Hopefully we finish strong, and then we get this nice little bid to top
So
it
you got to
off.
win the next 2 to get it.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
got to win the next 2.
Got to have it, Coach
Got to
Reed.
have it.
Hey man, I like that pressure.
Got to
Yeah,
have it.
no,
good
that's
pressure.
that good pressure. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, that's good. If we're gonna characterize anything with pressure, that's good pressure.
Yes,
Good
sir.
pressure.
Speaking of pressure,
Let's hear it, Coach Reed.
today's topic, and I think it's Super Bowl Sunday too.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super
Make
Bowl
your
Sunday.
picks.
Make your picks. Under Thunder, under 49. The Rams gonna be hollering. Joe Cool gonna be running.
Joe Cool.
Under Thunder. I don't see a lot of touchdowns being scored, but I do see a blowout. Rams plus Rams minus 12.
Coach Reed, I'm really upset with you. I'm really surprised that you just go so just haphazardly give out Joe Montana's moniker of Joe Cool to a guy that ain't won damn Super Bowl.
I mean, but he might win one today though.
But I'm saying, you just go throw Joe Cool like that?
Well, I mean, they called Joe Flacco Joe Cool.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he wanted one. So I can call him Joe Cool?
Oh,
Flacco throwing that thing for Baltimore. I mean, he hit for 100? What?
He got two. He got one.
They
Right?
got him one.
he shouldn't be called Joe Cool.
Well, no, he definitely should be called Joe Cool. But I'm just saying.
Like that.
So not yet. Don't
Just
get Burrow.
because the first name Joe, that don't make you cool.
Hey, I tell you what, though. Don't let Burrow keep this up, though. He might sign a $500 million when it's all said and
Easy.
done.
Oh, they got what? This is second year. Ball out next year. Blank check.
You getting a new one, yeah.
Yeah, blank check.
You getting a new one. That's how it go. That's how it's rolling.
Oh,
right
I
now.
gotta give him a shout out to my man Chris Ammons. He the assistant equipment manager for who is this, Reed?
The MLS team, which is the Nashville. What is the Nashville? I forgot.
Yeah, I met Chris the other day. He a fan of the pod. He subscribed. Had a couple of other guys subscribe.
Nice.
A good old country boy out of Tennessee.
Nice. Appreciate you,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
He went to school with Hillsborough County great Russell Evans. That's how we ended up talking. But Chris Ammons, shout out from the 99 crew.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, fellas, let's touch on confidence.
Confidence?
Confidence in sports, confidence in life, confidence.
Can I stop you right now, man?
Bro, he can write a book on it.
I'm sorry to break up. I was just saying last night and for a while, it's amazing what some confidence can do for you in sports, life, whatever it is. All right, and I don't think it'll make you more than what you are, but it sure will enhance and bring out what you already have.
Sometimes confidence is better than ability. But
Sometimes it is.
As I watch amateur basketball and professional basketball and football and seeing athletes compete, seeing regular people walk and go into a home, their job front, different things that we touch on. Man, confidence is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
It really is. And I think I want to touch on why is that? Like why is that? Why do we need so many spirits to enhance our confidence if you're in the streets? Why do we need something to solidify our confidence on behalf of somebody else? Give me something.
So going back to a documentary we all watched and loved about the University of Miami Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
People saw the confidence / swagger.
Mm-hmm.
They saw all the trash talking, but I always thought that the confidence was a byproduct of the work they put in. They only talking because they know you ain't outworked them over the summer.
Right.
That's why they talking. They didn't just say, "Oh, I play for the U. Got a U on the side of my helmet. I'm gonna come out here and not shake hands at midfield."
Right.
I thought in that case, and it's probably the case in most situations, the confidence is a byproduct of the hard work. That's what I think.
No, I like that, and I'm gonna go on the other direction of which came first, the chicken or the egg. Because
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of that confidence built up from your youth.
Yes.
Well, to answer your question, the chicken came first. It's hybrid. But go ahead.
I knew he was gonna say that. I was waiting.
But I go with that. It is in the work you put in. But I'm gonna tell you something. It started early, man. I had a chance to watch some of these kids. I just made a statement the other day to my guys, and I said, listen, part of y'all problem, y'all come to me in JUCO, and JUCO the last chance saloon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Is you either gonna make it or you ain't. And so what happens is I asked them dudes, I said, how come y'all keep punishing me for your last coach? All right? Because all I hear is, well, my last coach didn't give me the confidence to take this shot. Well, my last coach told me I couldn't do this right here. Well, my last coach limited me to this right here. And I said, why y'all punishing me when I'm giving you the free thing? I'm saying do what you do, let it loose. I see your skill set. And so what all I can get from that is from the time you coming up, it hasn't been built up enough.
Right.
From when they kids. You know what I mean? You got to put that in them when they kids. You got to keep encouraging it, just short of arrogance.
Right.
Just
short of arrogance. Just short of it.
Definitely just short of arrogance.
Yeah.
I mean, but being in the sports performance world and seeing athletes, Dak touched on the training principle, the work ethic.
Yeah.
And I tell kids a lot of times, like, trust your training. But there hasn't been, if I can say, okay, it's 10 athletes walking the building, I can say 8 of them don't have confidence.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with, like you said, certain things that was instilled in you. We don't
Yes.
know what trauma they've dealt
No,
with.
you don't.
You know, whatever the case may be. They know you only working this hard for an opportunity that don't guarantee you absolutely nothing.
That's it.
You got to
But
make that clear.
Yeah, it don't guarantee absolutely nothing. But then, off the air, me and Dyke been talking all week about how do you become a mental midget before you even embark on any journey. Mentally, you already a midget.
Because it never been that brain is a muscle too, and it's an exercise. And how do you get exercise? By being coached and work hard, but being built up. So you expand, boom, expand, boom. And I always talk about with the kids, I'm gonna get on you, right? But then I'm gonna love you up too,
Right.
and tell you what you good at and what we gotta improve upon. So that's that mental exercise. That's that. Now you hit me. Boom, you built me.
Right.
Boom, you know this by the muscle. What you do, you hit it and break it down, and you build it up, and it gets stronger the next go round. So you got a lot of mental midgets, and you got a lot of ones that have with this false bravado, because
Yes.
talking has been made to where he confident because he talk. No, that's false bravado, baby.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I tell my guys all the time? We go over for Gibson. We just played them cats. 10th ranked in the country. Them cats walk out, they bodies bigger than ours, they more athletic, they all this. I say, but you know what? I still got to know if you can get me.
You gotta know.
I got to know.
I gotta put it to the
I
test.
got to
gotta
test
see.
you.
I
I
gotta
got
see
to
to
go
the
at you.
I gotta see if all that worked.
That's it.
If all that works,
If
all
all
the
it
bells
work,
and whistles.
that's it.
And, see,
What-
and let me just cut Coach Ree off. So it's so weird now because Coach Jones told me a long time ago the way he coaches is without being condescending. He explains it like he's talking to a first grader
That's it.
without being condescending.
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. So
And you always have to break it down like that at
Yes.
this point. You really do.
So like now, I think when younger people now, they might see me and Ree competing, or they might see us somewhere shooting, and we talking. I think they're taking that, they're extracting that element from it, just to
Right.
talking.
Just the talking piece.
But they don't know. Coach Ree used to get up every morning, walk from the projects to Leslie Bakery, dribbling the ball left-handed.
Yeah.
Then walk back, dribbling the ball with his opposite hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know any of those stories.
Let me hit you with a different angle too. How many times you see them and they like, you hear somebody, I've heard people say, oh, he ain't better than me. I ain't never gonna say that. And da-da-da.
No, I say it.
Sometimes,
But
yeah,
I gotta
you
put it to
gotta
the
be
test.
able to
It's just
face
like a woman
that.
saying a woman pretty. Like,
Right. Yeah.
you like for us, it's that way. It's like,
Right.
okay, if somebody nice, don't get me wrong, I love me,
Of course,
but at the same time, I mean,
you got to give out. You got to give that out, right? And say he nice, and then so that gets you. I got to get there and beyond.
So the
you don't
difference
really
now
rarely see
is
that now, though.
they
No,
assume
no.
saying
See that now.
they assume saying he's nice is like admitting defeat.
Yes,
That's what they assume.
yes, that's
now.
what they
Like,
assume now.
No, he nice, but I got to put it to the test.
I got to put it to the test, and guess what? If you think he nice, I don't get. Okay, now I got to go get that.
I'm gonna go see.
So
And I'm gonna steal something from his game if I like.
There you go.
So young men,
Yes, sir.
young ladies, old men, old ladies, the accreditation of confidence obviously starts with you
Yes,
and what you want to be able to establish in regards to what you do. And the first point of reference that Debonair touched on is whether you're conducting a project and you may not be as confident going into it, research the hell out of it. You know what I
Put the
mean?
work
Whether
in.
you whether you playing whatever sport, work on your body, work on the intangibles, watch the game. You know what I'm saying? Whether you are just begin to date somebody or whatever the case may be a little bit more attentive and listening. Like that confidence piece of, because the one thing that's being taken away is for you not to be, because now, and I think a big part of why a lot of the confidence is wavering is because of the level of comprehension amongst the people that's receptive to what we're giving.
Yeah, the way the kids
The way you receive it, it's like,
and the
What
way the way they being taught now, they feel like they got to be perfect.
yes,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Ree might tell a kid, bro, we in here working on this baseline jumper. You hit 8 out of 10. Kid get right in the game and just freeze up. You know what I'm saying? Because he missed his first two.
Yeah.
Now in his mind, well, dang, I did miss my first two. Bro, like you go probably in life, you probably go lose just as many as you win. Don't think if we saying get up and get your 1,000 makes every week, that don't mean you ain't gonna have no bad shooting nights. But the sky not falling if you do.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just so I'm gonna ask y'all a question. We still talking about confidence. You think Gary Payton is a pretty confident guy?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So you old enough to remember when Gary Payton wore number 2 and was about to be ran out the league.
Yeah.
You know, he even admitted it, man. My confidence was shot. I didn't think I could play. But he turned it around. He had the, as Coach Reed likes to say, the mental fortitude.
Yeah.
Fought through it. Now he the glove.
Yeah.
Now he a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So
Became specialized.
Well, we
in
all
that
gonna
sense.
have them moments of self-doubt. You all
Yep.
gonna, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when you reach out to somebody close. But now, boom, do some of these kids have that somebody close that's gonna tell them the truth?
See that, and that's another place that I was going. Not just tell you the truth, but you accept it.
Yes.
yes,
You
it's 2 parts.
It's 2 parts to it. It's like, okay, I have somebody I can trust with my heart or the embarrassment of not being as good as I may believe. How do I uproot myself out of that?
Right.
Do I have somebody that I can trust with that?
And I would say a lot of these kids don't.
And they don't, because you don't hear
No.
a lot of the intimate conversations, to where that's why you see a lot of bickering amongst each other.
Yeah.
A lack of picking up in regards to certain things.
Yeah.
And a coach have to do so much more. Like when you look at coaching right now in sports, right? And you look at mentors, and you look at and they're building building nut houses and like everywhere now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At this point.
It's almost a societal norm
Yeah,
now
it
for a
is.
kid or a person to be like, nobody. I tell Jones, nobody wants to be Goliath anymore. Nobody.
No.
But when you look at it now, you see the job that coaches actually have that have to trump 15, 16, 20, 25 years of parenting trauma, like all within the confines of 180 days.
And dealing
That's
with
it.
12 other personalities.
That's it.
You got 180 days to put them in an environment where they feel comfortable, confident, and driven to be able to play at the level that you expect that you see them,
Right.
not them see themselves. I ain't confident, but now I got somebody drilling me in regards to what I should look like, how I should look, the tempo I should move with,
Right.
all of that in that regard. Same thing applies in a relationship.
See, and then it's a delicate spoon with which we have to feed them.
Ooh,
What they say, long handle spoon.
ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you my big man, and we was talking about that. 6'10", the body, pro body, run the flow, do
yeah, he
all that.
framed up now.
Ain't he?
He
He look
framed
like
up.
Ain't
a
he?
baby. He looked like a
Ooh, he
baby.
framed
Nene.
up now.
Came
Straight up.
in,
He framed
came
up.
in, getting the rebound, ducking, doing all this here. I sat him, and I said, until you man up, and until you bring that skill set that I know you have, and I see it. And so he'd have spurts, and then he'd come in and he'd get a double one game, and everybody like, oh, no. And I was like, that's
In him. I seen that. That's why he here.
yeah. I said, but that's a spurt.
Yeah.
And I said the same thing. That's why you here. I said, you want to get out. That has to be you on a regular. And dealing with that. But that's why we've made this turnaround. I told him, I said, we're a donut team without you. He said, donut team? I said, it's a hole in the middle, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just told him last night on the way back, I said, you know why we did this tonight and why we coming and we don't roll? The guard's always been there.
Yeah.
I said, the hole in the middle closing. I said, that's because of you. He was 14-12 or 15-12 last night.
Yeah.
Had a couple of follow-up dunk on somebody. You know, just stuff that everybody was like, man, what happened to him? I said, confidence is an amazing thing.
Listen, sometimes confidence is better than
he even
ability.
runs differently.
Bruh,
He even looks like a different person.
yeah,
running
and let me
around
say
the
this,
court.
Reed, cut you off for a minute. I didn't give him that skill set.
No.
He had it.
But he tapped in above the shoulders.
There
because,
you
again,
go.
When he became comfortable.
There you go.
Now, we know comfort is a drug. If you didn't know that, it is.
Okay.
You give somebody consistent stimulation, good
Real
food,
one.
boy, they dreams and ambitions would die.
Yeah.
You give them good food and stimulation, dreams and ambition would die with comfort.
Real one.
But we're talking about comfort in an environment where I want you to have the confidence based off of what I see within you that you don't see in yourself. Now, you could take it or leave it in that regard.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So let's go on the outside of sports. You know what I mean? Our confidence, a lot of times we understand whether we're listening to our mate or whoever it is that we're dealing with, that confidence comes from I can say something to you, you can say something to me, we can bounce things off one another, and then we still in a great mental space where the confidence is coming in regards to how we go about doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, a smidgen before, you're arrogant in that regard because that arrogance is going to continue to traumatize so many different things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you can't tell them that you can't say, okay, I'm gonna be the greatest basketball player in the world, but I can't be coached.
See,
That don't add up.
That's impossible.
You know what I mean? Like I want to be a great husband. I want to be a great boyfriend, but I don't listen.
I can't hear you, mama. Yeah, that don't work.
That don't work. So you're talking about that's not confidence. And we know a lot of the tools. We talk about social media a lot and what's taken away from because the perception of what I should look like, what I should be, how I should be, or how I should sound is happening through the media outlets or the social platforms.
What's the old saying? It's a thin line between love and hate. Yeah. And I always say it's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and you need to walk it. Yeah. You need to walk it in your life. You need to walk it in your whatever it is you do. You need to walk it. And it was a thing I used to always hear, man. You gon' life and all that. It's gonna knock you. You got to get 2 steps in front of everything, because life gonna knock your ass a step back.
The one thing that's admirable for
so
me,
you still went up.
I've ever told you this, but like watching you coach, there's already a war on love. But a lot of these young men can't even accept the love that you give. And I would never say change that piece of it.
Let me cut you off. One of your players told you, damn, coach, you too nice. You got to curse me out and be a little rough on me. He had a player tell him that.
I had a player tell me that, and I said, that's the problem, young bro.
This ain't the place for you.
This it. I said it.
That's not me.
No.
I'm not. That ain't gonna ever be me.
No,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying? Like,
we bringing love, we bringing respect as men. That's where I gotta go to make you better and teach you. You've been too damaged. I can't help you.
And it still works. Yep. Love conquers all. It still works.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm gonna just because I love the hell out you doesn't mean I ain't gonna be aggressive.
There you go.
It ain't gonna mean I ain't gonna be challenged.
There you go.
It ain't gonna mean I ain't gonna be all these different things.
I think a lot of stuff gets lost. Like
yes.
I think kids now, and I ain't bashing the kids now. They just talk differently than we were. Like they think one thing is absolute.
Yes.
And ain't no in between.
Yeah. I ask them all the time, why I gotta demean you? Why I gotta punish you to help you?
And see, I dealt with that as a player in high school, you know what I mean, at once upon a time. But and we talked about this, if my upbringing wasn't what it was, I would never have been able to compartmentalize
handle that.
What he's saying,
yeah,
not how he's saying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, you don't look like nothing I ever seen. You don't talk to me like that. Like that was my mentality at the time. Like, who the hell are you talking to? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but understanding it now, if I'm going to get to where I'm trying to get to, I have to learn how to work with this person that's leading me as a coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was challenging at times.
Yeah.
You know, it really was.
But I just think I was at I guess 11 and under ice. Jerry Reynolds, he coached his son.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the game, and it's just funny to sit back and watch the parents who think they're doing an admirable thing because they are there supporting their kids. But it's just funny to watch parents yell at the kids.
There's more to do.
They're yelling at the kids from the side. The coach yelling at the kids. You know, it's this constant tug of war. You know, the game get close. The parents get more and more intense or whatever. And I just realized, like, anytime you encounter a person, that person is only, like, a collection of his own experiences and how he's been raised.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now, with all the people in the world, you got 5 billion different personalities and or experiences. Then, like you say, you get them for 180 days. You get one kid that come from a very nurturing environment. You get one kid that come from a demeaning environment. Then you get the one kid who parents tell him he can't do no wrong. That's a tough mess as a coach.
JUCO.
It's a hell of a mess. I don't even want to spin it when I'm looking at, like, I deal with a lot of women athletes, right?
Yes.
And you see, and I have daughters who just turned 14, and I have a lot of those conversations concerning, you know, confidence, right? And
yes,
I'm like,
sir.
okay, so
it's a must.
It's a must. So now the things that I've learned over the latter part of 2-3 years, even, you know, a lot of the players, you sit them down, you have these open forums, and you're talking to them, and it literally stems from, like, what you say as my coach, what my mom or dad say. What's more important is what my peers feel and they say. But it may not be, it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but it's like, okay, I'm going to get my confidence from somebody that's, one, been on this earth for 12, 13 years, and now I'm supposed to become, but it's the environment that they're comfortable in, and they want to be accepted in that environment. So now this is where my confidence will come from. And it's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery, man. I used to tell my mom, before she passed, running up on a year now, and I used to tell her when I got older as a man, and I said, thank you so much for encouraging my strengths and accepting my weaknesses, but not to the point to where you let me get away with not improving upon them. You hear me? Encourage my strengths, you did, and you accepted my weaknesses, but not to the point to where you stop encouraging me to strengthen them.
You just made me think about, Coach, in reference to myself. I always wanted my pain to become my passion. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the pain that which allowed me to have just a ignorant level of confidence because I didn't know no better. It's almost like when you feel pain, you don't know how something's going to feel until you actually feel it. You know what I mean in that regard. So you want to kind of keep that mentality when you and my grandmother had a lot to do with that. Just some of the conversations where it wasn't like, okay, if I challenge something, you're going to be demeaned. I know that had a lot to do with my confidence, as opposed to saying, "Oh no, you're going to do it this way, and that's going to be it." That had a lot to do with my confidence, and I try to gear a lot of that towards any kid or any kid that's played for me, any kid that I train to get them to understand. Like right now, there's a war on your mind being controlled by somebody else, and it starts with a war.
What?
Literal.
Or literally.
Like
the battle for your insanity, bro, for your
I
mind,
just
for your
had a
confidence.
flashback, because I just had a flashback, and no, I just looked at Coach Nick. I mean, one day they was at the gym, and I don't think they had enough to go up and down. So Nick wasn't really. He was coaching,
Right.
had on slides, but they wanted to get something going. Nick came out. He was kind of off or whatever. He hit a couple shots, then he was off. Then he got mad. Then he threw the ball against the wall. And I remember working out with my son and him getting mad before. So I was like, so prior to you coming out here today, did you get 1,000 or 1,500 makes in this week? Because I don't understand what you so upset and surprised about that the ball ain't going in.
I had that conversation with Mario when
And I
he was
remember
12.
asking Nick, I'm like, Nick, you haven't played in a month. You think you that cold? Well,
Okay.
you gonna come out here, not even
Rhythm off.
Rhythm off.
Hey, listen,
you
they
ain't
shot a
even-
ball in 80 days.
So you come out here and you mad because the ball ain't going in. Are
Yeah,
you
but-
really that
but,
surprised?
look, that's that false bravado.
And I
That's
just
That's
That's
that
insecurity.
false
Like, when I look at
bravado.
Nick,
That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
gonna just keep it real with the panel up here. I can do that if I come out and miss a
Well, you ain't nothing, boy.
I'll be like, damn, it ain't going in. Like,
Hey, let me tell y'all, my little shooter, my little freshman,
Yes, sir.
Jordan, little Silky, I call him Silky Smooth.
Yeah.
One player of the week in the state.
Yeah.
Had 27 against Dade, 28 against. He rolling.
Yeah.
He can shoot that thing now. He don't care if y'all eyeball to eyeball. Once he raise up, you finna get.
he go
Yeah.
raise up on.
So we got in the gym, and when we played one of them top ranked teams, he built like olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put that body on him.
Thin end.
Cold pressed.
Come what? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I like that. I like that. So they put that body on him, got physical with him, right? So let's be
Yes, sir.
honest. He ain't the typical JUCO dude. He was at prom last year this time.
Yes, sir.
He a true
Okay.
high
With the
school
rhinestone loafers
That's
on. You hear me?
on the ground.
On the
So-
ground. What's that?
So we got in practice the next day. He couldn't hit a shot. Then got another day in practice. He came. He say, "Damn, I don't know what's wrong. I'm off." I looked at him. Excuse me. I said, "Man, shut the fuck up." Now that might not be considered the best coaching technique.
Oh, no. For him, it was.
For him it
For
was.
him, it was, Coach.
Because you
And
know
he
what
do
type
that.
of kid he is.
And
Right, don't do that. Listen, if you got 10 guys on the team, and I might not be able to name 10
Yeah.
department stores, but you got your Walmart, your
Right.
Targets, your,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your Woolworths, your JC Penney's, your Macy's, you know what I mean? Everybody's different.
Everybody
I
different.
used to fancy Burdine.
Everybody,
No, Burdine.
Burdine.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey,
No, Montgomery Ward.
No. I fancy.
going way back.
Way back.
What?
Listen, Montgomery Wards, boy. Fresh pack of Hanes t-shirt, khaki pants.
Look
like
at him. Hold on, we get lost.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
My bad. But
but
listen,
I looked at him. I said, "Shut the fuck up, man." You talking about cold, but I said, "Bruh, they as you say they cold pressed you.
Yeah.
They got up in you."
Olive oil.
I said that was a lesson for you. I said, so now you looking at, I'm feeling sorry for yourself instead of saying, this is my moment to take a step and go to the next level because they done showed me something that I wasn't ready
That's
for.
all.
And he needed to
Got
hear
up
that
in
because
you.
and that's the thing that you don't see. I had like I've had over the years, and I don't know for whatever reason it kind of just went this way. I've coached when I was in coaching heavy, and then now being in training, but just bringing guys in or coaching guys. The biggest thing I've always seen, and Coach Nick played for me. Coach Nick might was one of the most ignorant, cocky white boys in the city trying to play basketball, playing for me.
Thought
But
he
that,
was like that.
but that had everything to do with his training. That had everything to do with me being his coach. Because at the end of the day, if you show that sign of weakness, especially in a sport where it's predominantly us, they gonna destroy you.
Gonna destroy you.
They're gonna destroy you. So
Destroy
when you seeing all of that happen, but I'll reference my nephew who came down super high IQ, but didn't have the most confidence. I didn't know that until I began to train him intimately one-on-one. Run him through the motions. I mean, it started as a freshman. You know what I mean? Played at the same high school as Rondo. He ended up transferring or whatever. Came to me to enhance his skill set, but more importantly, enhance his toughness and his mental fortitude to get to the. And we would have those conversations about that and what that looks like. Well, he took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
But Dyke watches that whole year. He see moments in time where, okay, if I don't get it going, I'd go back to who I thought I was.
Yeah.
Was comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then ask him. I step in his chest and let him know, no, that ain't what we doing.
That ain't what we doing.
You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about coaching style, it was individual based on each and every person. You know what I'm saying? Like
it is.
coaching Dak's son and Denali, knowing somebody who is still young at playing basketball.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, I knew the pedigree, I can challenge him. But at the same time, he have to know and be encouraged to go out and be encouraged to make a mistake but learn from it. It's all different.
And like we say, them cats right there, this young freshman I'm telling you about, your little nephew, all these dudes, they came with some skill set.
Right.
You know what I mean? But from the neck up, we could never get to the full
The full potential.
the full potential,
and see,
man.
And then now when you do have that, when you have it, you're in a rhythm. You think you care about missing a shot when you know you only got to make 1 out of 2 to be
There
great?
you go.
Hell no.
There you go.
My coach behind me, I'm going to go out and do what I do. I'm going to be inquisitive and ask more questions. And then guess what? At the end of the day, I'm going to be the best that I can be because now I have that
Yeah,
confidence.
listen, I ran into an interesting situation in which I've had several in JUCO. Dude come in all the bravado, got the film, he just dunking, doing this and all that, and I'm saying, here it is, you can have it. Let's go. Confidence wasn't there. Keep encouraging you, let's go. Confidence wasn't there. We get down to the end, dude, you ain't never come through. Done gave it to you. You ain't never come through. I was told, not by him, oh, you took his confidence and da-da-da-da.
What I told you about confidence.
And no, I'm finna get to you. And that got a saying that I love and I use it now.
It's the truth.
Your confidence ain't mine to have.
Yeah, not my confidence.
Yeah.
You can't have it.
No.
To take it.
Every point of your life, and everybody on this panel and producer Nick is in here as well. At any point in your life, there's gonna be a knock at your door, and it's gonna be confidence.
Yes, sir.
What you gonna?
What you gonna do, baby?
Hey, and that has everything to do with how you conduct yourself,
Yes.
how you live your life,
Yes.
the direction that you're going. It can be
Yes.
touched. Don't get me wrong. There are things that can lead you down the path to where you're like, oh man, you know what? I can't believe that didn't work.
But see, these youngins, they live off of that false bravado. It's being encouraged, that false bravado, but it's not being, as you say, exercised, worked, stretched, pushed. And so then they become weak, and it's so easy to fall back at any moment when things go bad or things ain't on their plate the way they want to. And then they got to find a bad guy somewhere.
Right.
I got a question for
Usually
y'all.
the coach. But as a shooter,
yes.
I like to tell all the shooters out there, if I miss one, I'm due for a miss.
Man,
if I
you
make
ain't
one,
nothing.
I'm on a roll.
Listen,
That's real.
I got a question. I was asked a question the other day. This was probably 2 weeks ago. So when I was asked a question, I began to ask everybody that came in the gym or I encountered with this same question.
Ain't got nothing to do with math, dude.
No math. But we got 2 math guys, Coach. So you good?
All right, so I'm good.
We have one math guy,
Yeah,
but I
you know
get what
I mean?
you're saying.
Yeah. See, you know, you got the most important bone in your body. What do you think it is?
So it's probably not the sagittal plane, nor is it the
The
transverse.
bone.
Oh.
The bone,
I'm trying to
not
steal-
muscles.
I'm trying to steal some of your lingo.
Exactly.
I was sitting there thinking, what would Mario be thinking? Occipital bone?
Yeah,
or
I'm
something,
trying to.
something up in the head or something.
It's honestly, when I tell you, it's simple.
Funny bone? I don't know.
The humerus?
The humorous. He really, really.
No, the ball.
How many humorous break every day?
What?
I don't know. I can't name.
So you
7
say what's the
bones.
strongest?
No,
or
no,
what's
no.
the most important?
What's considered the most important bone in your body? Coach Nick, you got something?
Hit me with it.
Is it what's this called, Reed?
Your skull.
I knew you was going to the head.
And
That's why I say
in relatability to what we're talking about.
that's why I say occipital because
Yes.
that's up there in the head.
I'm thinking
I knew you was going to the
cerebral
head.
cortex.
Yes,
area.
no, not the forebrain
No,
of the high brain.
I told you
No,
he was
that-
going to the skull.
The skull.
Yeah,
I be trying to steal.
So here it is.
because it's housing the most important thing.
Here it is, and not in a literal sense. Young men, young
Yeah.
ladies, old men, old ladies, from every walk of life. Protect your skull
Yeah.
with what you ingest. Understand your level of confidence is something that you have. You may sway left or right because of some situation or things that may occur, but still, that is yours. That is not anyone else's.
No,
that is yours.
that's yours.
And if somebody's trying to gear that to you, I want to stress the importance of your confidence, because right now, when it comes to determination, perseverance, how much we can endure different things, your confidence might be one of the most important things from a value standpoint
I promise
that you
you.
have to have at this point in life.
You also have to put it out there like, we're saying this. That don't mean everything is gonna go 100% right for you
right.
all the time.
And that's why I say there are
All
things
the
that you
reason
touch
is-
on it to
yeah.
get you to,
But
to
like
sway.
the way kids are taught, like you have to put that out there. You gotta let them know. Look, we telling you to be confident, but that don't mean you gonna be 1,000% successful.
Right.
Every single
No
time.
doubt, no
But
doubt
listen,
about it.
it's an old saying, man. It's a shoot for the moon, and if you miss, at least you be among the stars, man.
Right.
At least you be among the stars. So
They say strive
understand.
for greatness and expect excellence.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
They just talk differently. It's a different world. You know, like
Sick
you
of
just
this
think
shit.
of the guys we grew up watching. They were manly men. Like I always say, nobody want to be Goliath no more. And Ric Flair. You watching Ric Flair?
Well,
all that stuff
Yeah.
Rick was talking.
Well, you know-
limousine driving and
Yeah.
kissed it. He was living.
Well,
it.
now
There
let me
wasn't no
let me
photo
give you
about
my opinion. It's a little bit of assault on being a man, though. Not right now.
There is.
Yeah, there's an assault on being a man.
There is.
Listen, next show, emasculation of men.
Yeah.
It is, Coach. It's a war on that too.
Yeah.
Like you know, I'm sorry, fellas. I'll never get down with the man bag. I can't
Hey,
do it.
I saw.
I
old
just
Sean-
won't.
I saw an old Sean Connery interview. He talking to Barbara Walters. He's literally on TV saying, "Yeah, so when me and my wife get into it, you know, but if she keeps it up, you know, then I have to give her." And she was like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "Yes," like dead serious, like Sean Connery.
Sean Connery tripping.
And we ain't going that far.
Yeah,
we ain't
we
going
ain't
that
that far.
far.
No.
But that just popped into my head when I looked over and seen Irish Nick,
Yeah,
the
but
most
coach
Irish
just, coach just
person I've
triggered
ever
something
met.
about what he just said about, you know what I mean, like being a man at the end of the day. I mean, you know, you have to even learn that now, fellas.
You do?
What?
Being a man.
Yeah. And it ain't
And
ain't
they
because
just-
of what's in your pants, bro.
Yeah, man.
gotta be
Sorry to
taught.
tell you, it's
That's
taught.
what I'm talking about.
Got to be taught. Like
Like, that's
I
hard.
was about to go off on a rant about being a father and being a man, but we'll say that for another time.
You ranting right now? At the end of the show. Let it off. Something on your mind, let it off. You don't know me. You just met me. You won't let me. And if I can't have it, silly rabbit, why you sweating me?
Nick didn't even know. Nick didn't even know.
Let it off.
I ran off camera because it's too much.
Yeah, we ain't got a time frame for that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you know,
Another
like,
one.
And I'm just
he want to get it
You
off.
want
I
to
gotta
get it
get
in?
it off.
He want to get it off.
Nothing is absolute, but I'm saying this as a man. If you got kids out here in the world, especially in this small city of Tampa that we live in,
8-1 Trey, Trigger
Man.
City.
you know, you making a Juke City. If you a man and you got kids and you talking about you ain't seen them in a couple months and all that, and you just a jive turkey, man. Like, be a man. If you got kids out here in the world, how can you go to sleep with a full stomach in a nice bed, not knowing whether your kid has the same thing that you have?
You can never be a real man if you don't
Yeah,
take
like,
care of your
I
family.
just-
You can never be a
Come
real
on,
man if
man,
you don't
like-
take care of your family.
I don't even want to get into my deep rant. I will.
Yeah,
off
we'll go
camera.
with
Yeah,
we'll
because
do another one.
that'll
man,
trigger
like-
something in me too, though. But hey, man, confidence. Like I said, like we said from the panel, man. I mean, it's imperative in what you house and own in regards to your confidence in anything that you want to do. You want to be highly productive. You want to be efficient. If you're playing a sport, if you're a manager, if you're leading whatever you're doing, whatever it is, be confident in everything that you do. If you don't feel like you have it, there's so many different things or people or books that you can ingest and read to assist you in being more confident as a young lady, as a young man, as a man, and as a woman. Confidence is a key to your success.
Hey,
I'm gonna get on these
I was just
deadbeat
thinking
dads.
about it. It made me laugh. When I told my little guard, I said, shut the fuck up. I said, they just got through. I went way back. He ain't understand. I said, they just got through tuning your ass up.
They tuned them up, boy. They tuned them up.
He didn't know what I meant. I said, that's just an old expression.
Yeah.
But they tuned him
Hey,
up.
Took him out in the alley and tuned his ass up, boy.
all the way up. All the way Cold Press. Hey, Cold Press, that's your nickname.
Cold
Boy, I like
Press.
your game,
Cold
too.
Press.
Cold
he
Press.
He the truth.
Yeah, Cold Press. Olive oil, listen, but olive oil good for everybody. All blood type.
Yes.
Hey, thank you for listening. Hit the subscribe button. Listen, we stuck at 575. We trying to get to 600.
How many?
We at 575.
But what we trying to get to, Coach Reed?
600. Okay, under Thunder, 49. Rams and Bengals. I got to put it out there.
I don't know nothing about all them lines
Under
and
49.
all that you talking
Hit the
about.
subscribe button, sign it off.
99 out.
99 out.
Boom.